OnPitch is the modern contact list for artists to build direct relationships to your fans. It's one place where you can collect, organize, and reach your fans super easily via SMS, WhatsApp, and email. Another great part is that your fans don't actually have to sign up to any kind of account, and all they have to do is provide their phone number or email, and then you have that direct connection. My co-founder and I created OnPitch because I work in the music industry and I see a lot of what happens. There's a lot of money spent on advertising and it's very expensive. And as time goes on, it's becoming less effective. Don't get me wrong, I think that social media is a fantastic platform for discovery, to get people to find you, to have them see moments of what you're doing and get interested. However, due to the way that these platforms are run, you're mostly fed whatever's going viral at the time and not necessarily a beautiful piece of music that might really resonate with you. So with OnPitch, building this direct-to-fan contact list, make sure that those fans still get updated even if you're not doing something wildly viral. You might be going on tour, you might have released a new song, or want to share some really cool new merch that you just put out. Another thing to think about when you're building your fan base on social media is that you do have an avenue to build in parallel to have your own contact list. And another reason why that's important is that I've had friends, a band called Actors, for example, who had 40,000 followers on Instagram. Their account was compromised and they had to start from 0 followers, which was very difficult for them. And another case where there was 400,000 followers lost on another account. So if you're building your fan base over time and giving some opportunities where you can be in direct contact with them, have a direct to fan list in case you're to lose those contacts. Artists can't rely solely on social media anymore. It's a great tool to be building as an artist, but over time, you generally reach 1 to 3% of those fans. OnPitch gives you a direct global line to reach any of those contacts when you have new shows, new music, new merch releases, or anything else. OnPitch is built for a variety of artists, musicians, and their teams. It's a direct way to reach your fans in your community without algorithms or ads getting in the way. More importantly, though, OnPitch is not a social media platform. We're an easy-to-use tool. It works as well as you use it. Right now, we have artists who are starting out on their journey and might have 20 to 30 folks on board. And we have other artists who are further along in touring and releasing their catalogs, and they have hundreds of thousands. Fan data ensures that you stay connected. When you know who your fans are, where they are, and how to reach them, it ensures that you book smarter shows, sell more tickets, and build consistency. Especially in a time where social media platforms are in a precarious place. If one of these go one day, like a MySpace, you still have that connection. Social media is free because these platforms own the audience. With OnPitch, you own that fan data, and there's no algorithm to deprioritize anything. If a fan signs up and you send a message, they get it. It's that simple. OnPitch helps artists grow by knowing who their fans are and having the capability to target your fans when you're reaching out to them rather than broadly guessing with some ads. We also have integrations with platforms like Instagram and Shopify, so you can onboard fans and route data super easily. Artists love that it's simple, transparent, and built for the realities of the music industry right now. They appreciate that we don't use a random credit system to make the pricing unclear, and that we don't charge artists every time someone signs up. That it's only for big artists. In reality, the earlier you start collecting data, the better. I've known a lot of artists who regrettably wish they started their contact list at the beginning of their careers and now are doing fantastic with it. But if you can have your day ones on there, why not? When you sign up to OnPitch, you get a fan sign up form, a clean dashboard, unlimited signups, a powerful messaging tool, transparent SMS pricing, and a direct line to your real fans. As an artist, I know how important it is to have effective tools to use, especially when it comes to connecting with your fans. A lot of the companies that are out there right now are venture funded and they charge around 100 to 525 US dollars per month if you want WhatsApp, SMS, and email all at once. So what we've done with OnPitch is we've remained independent, and because of that, we've been able to build feature parity in that sense and have all of those tools for only $12 a month. We've chosen to keep this affordable for indie artists while keeping it sustainable for us to keep building this long term. The ability to send a message to all of their fans, but also target those fans. So if you have a last minute show somewhere, artists love the fact that you can send out a blast to just that city to either give away some last minute tickets or let them know you're doing something special. The Instagram integration and ability to create giveaways or exclusive opportunities are a really big hit right now. And on top of that, we also have really great targeting. So if an artist is in a city and they're going to do a pop-up show or they have some last minute tickets to give away, this is a great tool to make sure that you can engage and contact your fans. Followers are passive. Folks who sign up actually want to know that you're going to be in their city, that you have new music out, and they want to be kept in the loop. This is super important because there's folks like me who are massive fans of other artists. Sometimes I just don't know that they just played my city a week ago, and it's always disappointing to miss that. So this really enables to make sure that the fans are finding out when and what you're doing. I believe it was 2024 at South by Southwest when the founder of Patreon coined the year the death of the follower. With the TikTokification and infinite scrolls online, it's just really easy, especially for musicians and artists, to get deprioritized within that feed. With working in the music industry myself, I can see just how much money is being spent on ads. And really, if you create that direct to fan connection, you're solving a lot of those problems. That's really what inspired me to create OnPitch. To become the standard way that artists build their fan data and communicate with their fans. To work with artists of all genres, whether they're big or small, and give them the most effective and affordable tools to build out their fan data if they're serious about doing so. That OnPitch has helped artists sell out shows and share new music. On top of that, just empowering artists to know that they can build these contacts and this list on their own and that they'll have ownership of it. We've been able to build trust and clarity with artists and help them on their marketing campaigns, which is really exciting. In a world where companies are often misusing data, this is something that OnPitch doesn't do, and we're really proud of that as well. As somebody who also works in the music industry, I think artists can be told and encouraged to spend money on various advertising platforms, whether that is having a PR agent, having somebody go to radio. I don't think there's one quick fix to anything in the music industry. If you're going to be hiring any of these folks, there should be a good reason and clarity why. Building on organic socials and playing live shows and building your contact list is likely the best route these days that I see happening. If you're an artist, don't feel pressured to spend a bunch of money on ads, especially if none of that organic content isn't resonating already in the first place. There's a couple of anecdotal examples I have here. One of them was Emmett Jerome was on a ferry where he met one of his fans, and she asked him if he was playing in Vancouver anytime soon. He had just played 2 nights before. The frustrating part was that he mentioned that, hey, you have to follow me on Instagram. And she in fact did. We also put ads into that show locally. and she still didn't find out about it. So that's one example of where the algorithm, even while spending money on ads, still didn't reach a fan locally. I think fans and artists have both had the experience where an artist that they loved played the night before and vice versa, and they just hadn't heard about it yet. It's very common. I hear my friends say it. I hear artists say it all the time. So OnPitch is one of those fixes where, hey, you're an artist and you text that fan in the city the day before or the day of your show, problem solved. If you have a new song or a new release coming out and you just release it on social media, it generally takes a bit of time for reels or posts to actually come through and show up on people's feeds. And as I've said before, organic reach on socials is around 1 to 3%. If you have your own fan contact list, like with OnPitch, you can directly message all of those fans directly, making sure that if you have a new song that comes out, that they get it on that day right away, and they can stream it so the almighty algorithm will be pleased and it'll signal that you have an awesome track. Like anything in tech, we see things come and go. With TikTok being unsure if it's even going to exist at some points, you could build your whole audience on social media and have that disappear. I've personally known folks who have had 40,000 to 400,000 followers on these social media accounts to have them just disappear, not be able to regain those followers back. With OnPitch, you're building your own direct-to-fan contact list where you own that fan data. That fan data could also be exported on a CSV anytime you would like, and you own it. So even if OnPitch disappeared, you still have the ability to export your data and then own it and take it elsewhere. Something I see a lot of artists shy away from is, well, why would I ask somebody for their contact? It might feel a little weird. And really the reason why is that fans actually want to hear from you. They love your music and they don't want to miss anything that you're putting out. It can be something that is easy to shy away from, and I totally understand that. However, when somebody opts in, they're saying to you, I don't just want to come across your random posts on social media if I see it. What they're saying is, I don't want to miss your show, I don't want to miss your releases, and I want to make sure that I'm up to date on your career. Anytime really, if you're playing shows and you're putting yourself out there with the intention of building a larger audience, then OnPitch is perfect from day one, because all it takes is you to integrate on Instagram, put it in your link in bio, have somebody scan a QR code at one of your shows. These days, you really have to build your fan base brick by brick. So anytime you have an opportunity to connect with a fan, maybe give them a free sticker at the merch booth if they sign up using your QR code, you may as well from day one. So OnPitch exists because I work in the music industry and I see how much money goes into untargeted advertising and really all of the waste that happens. I've also seen that there's companies in the same space as us, mainly Lalo and Community, which are venture-backed companies. And when you're a venture-backed company, you generally need to make returns for your investors from 100x to 1000x. That's just the name of the game there. With OnPitch, we've created tools using WhatsApp, SMS, and email, and those other major platforms have that as well, except they're in the range between $100 to $525 US dollars to have those tools. For me, I wanted to give artists those same powerful tools that a lot of these major labels have if they're independent and something that they can afford. With the path that we've gone independently, Taylor and I have been able to provide a product for our users that's only $12 rather than $100 to $525. When an artist uses OnPitch, we want to empower them to collect their contacts and to own that fan data, and really to feel more knowledgeable about the process behind building a fan base and building your own data. A lot of these platforms like Instagram and TikTok, they own the connection there. And as most people know, you're the product in that case. What OnPitch does differently is that we actually give artists the power to own the data that these companies hide behind paywalls. This gives artists the power to learn and understand why these companies are so valuable. And what OnPitch does is it gives you a very reasonably priced option with premium tools where you can actually take control of that.